start they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I work a plan now. Can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player male. Say, what you talking that funky, dip about my face, wearing that monkey, not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster than a call NASCAR. My solo notes sir, I am not a passer. I will not after any of you feeble blistered. I'm the man now, ain't I work a plan now. Can't I? I remember when you.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. On 2. 11. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. 11. Burrow looking to pass. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. The Bengals at 5-7 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. That they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle made about the 43-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Making the tackle there, Martin Emerson. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
After the pick six, here's Burrow again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Ready? Pat the street.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
"35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they've punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow will throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Burrow. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, nothing good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Hurts. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here we go, here we go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here we go.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
They find some open field here.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Second down, here's Mixon. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready?
Hurts sets up to throw it. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurts.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll call it a punt at 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Grant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
Final
play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase as time expires in the first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says that the slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch? Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. The 20. 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 44 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Bengals. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter. Boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out and they missed that big return to start this half.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They're a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. And again, it's Chubb. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Score that tackle for loss to the Wyoming alumnus, Logan Wilson.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
This is the tight end, Njoku. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
11, MC, paint.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, You're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
Here we go.
Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Drops it off for Chubb. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. York able to send this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Gun.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's in person or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to a sack back at the 16-yard line. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. York able to send this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, Those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
Now it's Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Burrow. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts throw taken in by Cooper here. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And Chubb will try the middle here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. 2nd down, here's Chubb again. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll give it to Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. They'll try again with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. 3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore